Up to Coach Frost for some general comments on the championship game today.
You know, it never gets old. First of all, we're just so excited and happy and grateful to have won the 2016 national championship. It's somewhat surreal, but just so proud of our team and how they have come together here over the last really latter part of the year, and our second half was tremendous and brought us great momentum coming into the tournament. And you know, congrats to Boston College and the game that they played tonight. I thought it was hopefully it was entertaining for everybody else. It sure seemed that way for us on the bench. Very up and down, like we figured it would be. Some great saves both ways, and you know, we're ecstatic to come out with the victory.
Thank you, Coach. All right, let's open it up for questions for players and Coach. And where's our cordless mic? Oh, there it is. Okay, go ahead.
Steve Sunland, Brad. I found it interesting to use the word surreal, considering the kind of success you guys have had. Can you kind of go into more detail on that? What way would you call this different than the other ones you faced?
Yeah, I mean, they're all different, and you know, we're just in the midst of a stretch here where it's kind of mind-blowing. You know, when you're in the midst of it, it's hard. I remember when we went 41-0 and won the national championship in 13, and I said the same thing. It's surreal. You just you never get used to it. Every time is a little different and super exciting. But you know, when this eventually ends, we'll be able to look back on it and say this was one heck of a run. To get to 5 national championship games in a row is nuts, and then to win 4 of them. I mean, that's where the surreal comes in.
Joe Christensen, Star Tribune. Kess, this whole net cutting thing is new, I think, since you were here last time. Can you just put into words what it meant to win and then to cut that net and have keepsake?
Yeah, I mean, I'm just very proud of our team. It's an unbelievable feeling to win. I think everybody battled hard out there, and these are games that you don't get back. We laid it all on the line, and I really couldn't be happier with our team's effort.
Emily Poldays from the Minnesota Daily. Amanda, obviously you've been here before, but for a while it seemed like maybe you wouldn't get back. Can you just take us through this journey, you know, coming back, scoring 2 goals in the Frozen Four, and then adding another title?
Yeah, I thought I'd be more emotional going out, but there was a moment, like, I don't know, maybe a minute after we had won, where I'm just sitting there and keep almost laughing to myself. Like, I can't believe it. I never would have imagined this happening. I'm just so grateful, and yeah, I'm waiting to wake up. It's just unbelievable.
Nicole Hazy, USCHO, for Brad and Amanda Levier. For 2 high-powered offenses, this is a game a lot about defense. Brad, what was the strategy to sort of keep EC down? And then Amanda, for you on the ice, what was it like to sort of, I mean, we think about you guys as offensive powerhouses, and this is a game that was very defensive, so just take us through a little bit about what that was like for you.
Well, our plan was to defend well, not just with one player or 2 players, but as a team. And you know, I think in the third, we really did a good job of just not allowing a whole lot of quality opportunities. But in the first 2 periods, it felt like a track meet out there at times. It was just end to end, and you know, you can only hope to contain a Carpenter, a Skarupa, a Keller, those guys, and they played really well. And let's be honest, Lev made some saves out there. She made them look easy, some of those glove saves, and then she made a couple ridiculous ones there in the third and one in the second. You know, with the leg pads. So there's no doubt when you get to this point in the year, in order to win big games, you have to have incredible goaltending, and hopefully people now will give Amanda Levier the credit that she deserves, because she's a ridiculously talented and good goaltender. She's been part of 3 national championships and 1 loss in the nationals, and so we're proud that she chose to come to Minnesota, and I know she's grateful for that too.
And then for me, I prepare the same way every game, just stop the next shot that comes at me. I know I have the best defense in front of me, and I think that was shown today. They kept all the pucks to the outside, which makes any goaltender job very easy. And when I did pop out rebounds, which I did a few times tonight, my defense or forwards were always there to clear and help me out. And I'm very grateful to be part of this team and part of the national championship.
Brad, this question for Brad. Peter May, Brad with the New York Times. For those of us who haven't followed your team all that closely this year, did you have any expectation of having Amanda when the year started? And what is it like with a program as good as yours? One of the best players in hockey dropped from the sky onto your roster in February.
It's better than a kick in the teeth, I'll tell you that. Amanda and I talked in August, and we knew that she was coming back to school. Our hope, quite honestly, was that she'd come back to school and graduate. She was a year away from that. But when she called in August, she said that a new doctor that she's seeing wanted her to start attacking this concussion, and she was going to need some ice time on her own to start skating. And you know, when you hear that as a coach, you kind of instantly think, well, that would be nice to have Amanda back. But knowing what she went through for a year and a half, I just felt like it was an extreme long shot, and quite honestly, I tried to keep myself from not even thinking about whether she'd make it back or not. As she continued to get better into October, November, and started practicing with us again in December, you know, you could see the improvement, and you could see the light back in Kessa's eyes, and she was back to who she is and what she's born to do. So it's kind of like getting a slugger at the trade deadline in baseball. It was a great addition.
Kyle Westcott, IW Sports. Sarah, you had the game winner the other day. You had the first goal 13 seconds in. You had an assist later on. What's it like to be an 18-year-old superstar?
I wouldn't consider myself a superstar. It's pretty easy when you're playing with players like Kessel and Brandt. And when you have Lev in net, you have just so much confidence out there. So to be honest, I just thought it was a great team win. And if Hannah had passed me that puck, it would have never gone in the net.
For any of you, outside of Sarah, because I know this is your first one, do you guys have like a ritual that you guys go through after this? You know, you've been around here so often.
In terms of after.
In terms of after celebrating a national championship, we just had BC come in here who was looking desperately to get what you guys have and continue to get. Do you have like a go-to ritual that you do after this? Do you take a week off? Do you go somewhere exotic? Or what do you do? Like, what's the deal?
Well, these guys spend their spring breaks at the Frozen Four, so I guess that's their ritual here as of late. But for me, I'm leaving town. I'm going to Arizona actually. But that's not a ritual. I think that, you know, it's game by game, and for us the win song, you know, and dancing around for these guys is one of those things. What's Shania Twain? What is it? Feel Like a Woman? Is that what it's called?
This year's, it changes every year.
Yeah, it changes every year, but this year Feel Like a Woman. You know, whatever that feels like, it feels pretty good, I guess.
Are you singing, or is anyone else singing?
You know, it's funny. I might have sang and danced just a little bit, but that's we're maybe starting a new tradition. I'm not sure. I do not normally do that. But, no, we you know, quite honestly, we just want to spend as much time together and with the families and parents, and so we'll get together at a little restaurant here in Durham, and then hop on the charter here tonight.
Amanda, this is Nathan Vaughn, Boston Women's Hockey Blog. You already have Patty Casimir, your Olympic line mate. Brianna Decker has a Patty Cas, and then yesterday, Kendall Coyne, another line mate of yours, added one. How does that feel to have your whole line being awarded an award like that?
Yeah, I mean, really happy for Kendall. She's a great player, very hard worker, modest, just a great person all around. So, I mean, that's why I was lucky to play with them, and they've helped me develop as a player.
For Coach and both Amandas, when you have younger players like Sarah and Taylor Williamson really making an impact in this tournament, How do you guys feel about leaving the future of this program in such capable hands?
Yeah, I mean, when I came back, I think people were thinking, I know personally one player can't make the difference, so you need those kind of people, and they really rose to the occasion. I think that just speaks volume about them, and they're going to be key pieces going ahead. And then there'll be new freshmen that we'll need. You need 3 lines to win. You need great goaltending, and I agree. Amanda Levier is just so underrated, and she really kept us in it all weekend.
Lev, you've been so modest your whole career. Just wondering how much it's meant to you to, go back to the Clarkson game, and then pretty much ever since you've just been at your best in the biggest games. Just how much has that meant to you, and just could you feel it again today?
It's an honor anytime that you get to put on the M, whether it's the practice jersey or the game jersey, and to play in a national championship and know that when you're ready to go on the ice, you look around and you see your teammates and you see the talent in the room. Just for a goaltender like myself, it just gives me confidence, and I truly believe that all goaltender stats are a reflection of the team. So I think they all played tremendous in front of me tonight, and I'm very grateful that I have the defense and the forwards that I have.
This is for both Amandas. Both of you are members of the perfect season a couple years ago. How does it feel denying Boston College that ritual of being the perfect team as well? Do you guys do what the 72 Dolphins do, laying down champagne every year, or is it still too new for you guys?
No, we don't do that, but I mean, I don't think we thought about that at all. They had a great season. They were a great team, very hard to play, so hats off to them. I think it was just a great game, and then we ended up scoring more goals, but yeah, they had a great season.
If Olivia could comment on
Could
part
you
of the-
say the question again?
You're part of the perfect season. The fact that you're denied BC their chance of adding their name to that list. How does that feel?
That's tremendous. I think it's incredible for BC even to go 40 wins in a row. That's something that's really hard. The NCAA has a lot of talented teams, so congratulations to them. And I didn't play very much my freshman year, but it was still an absolute blast to be on the team, and I can't say it enough. I'm so grateful that I get to be part of this program and team.
Just to follow up, we didn't talk once about ending their perfect season. It was all about we're playing in a national championship game and doing our best to go out there and try and win it. And I echo what these guys said. I mean, BC had an incredible year. Anytime you can get to the Frozen Four is a great job, let alone go 40 wins in a row there. So they're a tremendous team, well coached, and we have a ton of respect for them.
Any final questions for the Minnesota contingent? We have one way back there.
Lev, we couldn't hear you back here. You were talking earlier about the game. Just talk. You eat something special for breakfast. What was going on today? Just saw the Bucks so well all game.
I said it before, but anytime that you get to put on the M, it's an honor, and I was very excited to take the ice with my teammates. I remember just looking around in the room and seeing such a talented group of girls and feeling just a tremendous boost of confidence as I took the ice. And I think the entire team played well defensively. They kept all their shots to the outside, which makes a goalie's job very easy. And yeah, it was just a great game. And I'm, again, very grateful that I got the opportunity to put on the M today for one last time.
Right, Shaver Carolyn. Sarah, we talked yesterday about this moment and what it meant for you. What does it mean to win your first national championship ever and have such a great tournament while doing it too?
It's a dream come true. I chose University of Minnesota because I believed that I could win a national championship with this team, and it's just an incredible honor, and playing with all these girls, it's literally just speechless. There's no words really to describe it.